Dear learners, Assalamu alaikum. You are all welcome to my today's class. In one of my video classes, I talked about infinitives. Today, I'm going to talk about participles. Okay, what is participle? For the first time, we have to know the definition of participles. Participles are verb forms that are used as adjectives. That means we can say verb forms that are used as adjectives are called participles. So participle is one of the verbals, and it is actually a verb form, that means a form of a verb, especially the ing form, that is called present participle, and the first participle form, that is past participle. Okay, present participle and past participle. So they will have two forms: present ending in ing and past ending in ed or en. Okay, so what is participle? Participles are verb forms, but they will no longer do the function of a verb. Rather, they will be they will function as an adjective. Okay, so in another word, we can say if a verb form or if verb forms act like an adjective, then it will be called participle. Okay. So these contain action, but they are not used as verbs in sentence. I've already said they are verbs, okay, and they contain action. They are verb forms. They contain action, but in a sentence they are not used as verbs. Rather, they are used as adjectives. Let us be clear with some examples. Smoking gun, okay, snoring spouse. What type of spouse? Snoring spouse. Broken window. Here, dear students, look. Smoking. The verb smoke has taken ing and it has modified the noun gun. And you know, if a word modifies a noun, then it will be called adjective. So here, smoking is a verb form. That means the main verb has taken ing, but it is modifying the noun. So we can call it a adjective, called an adjective. So smoking here is an adjective. Okay, and these adjectives are called participles. And this one is present participle. Snoring spouse, present participle. Look, broken window, broken window. So window is the noun, and broken is the past participle form of the verb broke. So broken here is a verb form, but it is not working as a verb. Rather, here it is an adjective. So it is called past participle. Elected official. Elected official. Here, official is the noun, and elected is the past participle. Streaming video. Sometimes our video stream. Okay, they search a streaming video, present participle. Buzzing noise, it's a kind of noise. Buzzing noise is a humming noise. Buzzing is the present participle. Winning touchdown, winning touchdown, winning post. Okay, so winning, present participle. Walking track, track that is used to walk. So walking track. So this one is present participle. Dear students, I think you have understood what is participles. So again, we can say participles are actually verb forms. That means present participle. That means it will take ing with the present form of the verb, and past participle when they will not work as a verb. Rather, they will work as an adjective. They will be called participles. Okay. Participles can appear in several classes in the sentence, but they are most commonly found in describing, and modifying the subject. So whatever the place or whatever the position they take in the sentence, that doesn't matter. Okay, but they can be used or they can appear in several places of the sentence. But their function, what is their function? Their function is to modify the noun. Their function is to modify the subject. They know subject is the noun. It must be a noun. It must be a noun phrase. It must be a noun clause. Subject. So it will be a noun. Participle phrases are always used as adjectives. Several times I'm saying that participle phrases are always used as adjective. Okay? Because they modify the noun. And you know, the thing or the word, the phrase, the clause, which modifies a noun. If it is a word, it will be called adjective. If it is a phrase, it will be called adjective phrase. And if it is a clause, it will be called adjective clause. So when a word modifies a noun, it will be called adjective. When a phrase modifies when a phrase modifies a noun, it will be called adjective phrase. And when a clause modifies a noun, it will be called adjective clause. Okay, next. Most participle phrases will have commas setting them off. This is especially true when they open a sentence and modify the subject. So if participles open the sentence, it will be cut off or separated using a comma. Suppose running at the full speed, the back raced 20 years for a score. So running at the full speed. Running is the present participle, and when it is connected with at the full speed, it will be called present participle phrase. Present participle phrase. So it has started the sentence or it is the beginning of the sentence. That is why it has been separated with a comma. Next, crying loudly, the baby wanted some attention. Crying loudly, the baby wanted some attention. Crying. He cries the verb. It has taken ing, but it is not working as a main verb. Rather, crying loudly. That means crying loudly here has modified the baby. Okay, it has said something more about the baby. So it is an adjective because it has modified the noun, the baby. So crying loudly is a participle phrase. The crying loudly, the baby wanted some attention. Next, jumping high, Brent hit his head on the ceiling. Jumping high, Brent hit his head on the ceiling. So jumping high, this is the present participle. The chemist, blinded by smoky fumes, stumbled. The chemist, blinded by smoky fumes, stumbled. The blinded, that means he has been blinded by smoky fumes, stumbled. So chemist is the subject here, and stumbled is the main verb, and blinded is the first participle, and it has modified the noun for the subject, the chemist. Scanning the book and spotted the answers. Scanning the book. So scanning is the present participle. The box wrapped in orange is for you. The main sentence is the box is for you. The box is for you. And wrapped is the past participle. And wrapped in orange is the past participle phrase. And it has modified the box. Next. So now let's talk about gerund, and then we'll find out what are the differences between a gerund and a participle. So what is gerund? Gerund is also a verb form. Okay, so it is the ing form of the verb. In participle, we have Since that the ing form of the verb will work like an adjective. But in gerund, the verb will take ing, but it will no longer work as an adjective or a verb. Rather, here it will be used as a noun. So you can say verb plus ing working as a noun is a gerund. So a gerund looks a lot like a participle because it ends ing. Okay, it may blur you because present participle is the ing form of the verb and gerund is also the ing form of the verb. So what is the difference? The difference is that participle will work like an adjective. It will modify the noun. On the other hand, gerund is the noun. Okay, gerund is the noun, and that is why I have said verb plus ing working as a noun is called a gerund. However, gerund is going to be used as a noun. I have already said. Gerunds will show up as subjects. A noun may be the subject. So gerund may be the subject. A noun may be the object. So uh, noun may be the object. So gerunds also may be the object of a sentence. And I know objects are of two types: direct object and indirect objects. And noun may be the objects of the prepositions like I live with my mom. So with is the preposition and my mom is the noun. So my mom is the object of the preposition with. Like it, a gerund may be the object of the prepositions. So whatever the place that a noun can take, gerund can take it. Have you understood? I think you have understood because it's quite easy that verb plus ing working as a noun. So similar function that a noun can do, a gerund can also do that. Okay, so gerund may be the subject, gerund may be the object, gerund may be the object to a preposition. Gerunds are defined as the ing form of a verb. They have several functions. I will say it. Used as subjects and complements. Noun may be used as subjects and complements. Complements is a thing that gives fulfillment to the sentence. Suppose, skiing is my favorite sport. Skiing is my favorite sport. Ski is a sport played in the ice. Okay, skiing is my favorite sport. What is the main verb here? Definitely, you say it's is. Is the main verb. So, what is the subject? The subject is a skiing. But actually, look, ski. Okay, it is taken ing. So it is a verb form and it is taken ing skiing. But here it is working like a noun because it is a subject, and a subject must be a noun. So skiing is my favorite sport. So here skiing is a gerund and it is used here as a subject to the verb. Okay, again, sport is the noun here. Skiing is my favorite sport. Hiking can also be very strenuous. Hiking. Hike, it is taken ing, hiking, and now here it is walking like a noun. And what is the verb? Can is the verb here. So if can is the verb, hiking is a subject, no doubt, and subject must be a noun. So here hiking is also a noun. Dear students, I think you have understood it. Seeing is believing. Very credulous. Sometimes we become very credulous and we believe what we see. Okay, seeing is believing. The credulous persons believe what they see, but the rational persons don't do that. They think about the matter. Okay, that's the thing, and then they believe it or not. So seeing is believing. Seeing, here see is the main verb and it's taken ing. but here it is not working as a verb, rather it is a noun, because this is the main verb and it is a subject, and the subject must be a noun. So, dear students, here seen is the gerund. Same case is the believing. Believe is the verb. Okay, it is taken ing, but it is not working as a verb here. Objects used as objects of the following prepositions and prepositional expressions. So I've already said that noun may be used as an object to a preposition. So gerunds may also be used as an object to a prepositions. Thanks for tending my children. So for is the preposition here, and after it there's tending. Tend is the main verb, and it is taken ing. So tending. So it is no longer a verb now, rather it is working like a noun. So it's a gerund. Okay. Thanks for tending my children. Very often we say that after preposition the verb takes the ing form. What's the reason? It's not the main case. The main case is that after preposition there will be noun. Okay. So after preposition there will be noun. So if it is a verb, make it noun by adding ing with it. The job consists of, look here, of is the preposition, and after it typing, filing, and answering the phone. Typing ing form is taken ing, type, filing is taken ing, answering it is taken ing. So these are the gerunds now, because they are used as an object to the preposition of. Okay, next, used as objects to the following verbs. So noun may be used as object to a verb. So gerunds may also be used as an object to a verb. The children enjoyed watching the parade. So here, enjoy it is the main verb, and watching the parade is the object here. And object must be a noun in objective form. Watching, its main form is watch, and it is taken ing with it. So now it is working like a noun. So if a verb taking ing works like a noun, it's gerund. So here watching is the gerund. My child avoided paying her taxes until her too late. Avoided is the main verb, and paying here is the gerund. Because it's the verb form pay, it is taken ing, and here it is working like a noun. Gerunds can sometimes take objects of their own. Gerunds can also take some other objects their own. Roland is afraid. Afraid is the main verb here. Okay, and of is the preposition, and making is the gerund, because it is now the object of the preposition of. But sometimes these gerunds can take another object of their own. So here mistakes is the object of the gerund making, and that is why they say gerunds can sometimes take objects of their own. Gerunds can take objects like this sentence. Roland is afraid of making mistakes. Sandy is considering leaving New York. Is considering leaving New York. So leaving is the gerund here, and it's taken another object, that is New York. Okay. So another important point, that gerunds can sometimes take objects of their own. Examples: chewing gum the class is not allowed. So what is the main verb here? Is, and before it, this one is a subject, and subject must be a noun, but here it's a phrase, so we can call it a noun, rather we should call it a noun phrase, but it has a verb chew, and it is taken as a tune, so it's a gerund. I liked eating at the new restaurant. I like eating at the new restaurant. Direct object. Eating is a gerund and eating at the new restaurant. And this one is the noun phrase. Okay. Without running very hard, on the rise. So running without is the preposition and running is a gerund. And running very hard is a noun phrase. Okay. Abusing the verb for the kitchen is not allowed in this class. Abusing the verb for the kitchen is not allowed in this class. So abuse, the verb abuse has taken ing with it, and here it is working like a noun. So it's a gerund. Dear students, I think you have been quite clear about gerund and participle. Okay, so what's the main difference between the two? Dear students, I will repeat. The main difference is that gerund is the verb present participle or verb plus ing, and it will work like a noun. Okay. On the other hand, participles are two verb forms like verb plus ing and first participle form of the verb. So you may blur at the point that gerund is the present participle and participle is the present participle of the verb. But you'll have to look at the fact if it works like a noun, it will be called gerund, and if it works like an adjective, it will be called participle. Dear students, this is really very interesting and important as well. Okay, my dear students, I think and I hope you have understood what I have said. Today, my focus or main focus was the difference or the definition uh, of gerunds and participles. Dear students, I hope you've understood. And still now, if still then or still or yet, if you have any problem, feel free to talk with me. Okay, dear students, this is all for today. Thank you very much.